Hello, so this is a nice gentle flow. We're not going to do anything on the knees, just to ease people in if you're just starting off yoga, or maybe you just want something that's a nice gentle stretch. We're going to be working to the backs of the legs. Again, you need to have either a belt, or you might already have a yoga strap or something like a dressing gown cord that you can use. We're going to be stretching the backs of the legs out using that. You need a cushion or a block, something that you can use just to elevate the hips slightly, and also that you might want to use as a prop in some of the positions. And also, when we move to the end of the class, it's time for shavasana. So I'll talk you out of that, but if you want to stay in it, you're welcome to get an extra pair of socks or a blanket or something to make yourself nice and comfy. And then when you're ready, we're going to move the strap or belt to the side. Sit comfortably, so sitting with your hips tilted forwards. So make sure that your bum is slightly higher than your knees. Don't feel pressure to have your legs crossed at the ankles. You can take one foot in front of the other. And then gently close the eyes and relax the shoulders down. So we're going to sit with the palms facing up. Close the eyes and just allow yourself a moment to settle onto the mat. Soften the face, so make sure there's no frown in the brow. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. As you breathe in, the spine lengthens right through to the top of the head. As you breathe out, let the shoulders melt down as you start to feel calm and relaxed. We're going to allow ourselves this time to be completely present and in the moment. Know that for this next block of time, all you need to do is breathe, is stretch and relax. Know that this is your space and your time. As you sit here now, let's focus on our drishti, that's the space between the eyebrows. And as you focus on this space, if thoughts start to pop up, I want you to imagine each one as a little cloud. Maybe it's something you need to do, maybe it's something you're worried about. Just let it take cloud form, let it float there in your mind for a moment. Acknowledge it, and then draw your awareness back to your drishti. Imagine that your drishti is a bright shining sun that is in the distance, and that as these thoughts start to pop up as little clouds, with every breath you are gently blowing them to one side. You know that they are there, but that they are not your focus. Your focus is your drishti in the light. And with each exhale, as you start to let go of any worries or tension or sadness, let each cloud float away. With every breath, as you look into the distance towards your drishti, you notice that the cloud becomes slightly clearer. Notice that your drishti becomes brighter as your focus starts to increase. We're going to start with some deep breaths together, and as you exhale with every breath, you're helping some of those clouds to leave your mind. Inhale slowly, in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. And let the shoulders melt down away from the ears as you create space. As you inhale, that space is filled up with energy and light. And as you exhale, start to let go. Let your breath carry away whatever your body and mind does not need. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body. from the chest right through to the back, and then down into those sitting bones. And as you exhale, release whatever you do not need. Inhale, focusing on your drishti. Exhale, let the breath take whatever you do not need with it. Just allow yourself a moment here to fall into a natural rhythm of your body moving in time with your breath. As you inhale, filling up not only the chest but also the tummy as you press air down into the belly. And as you exhale, letting the shoulders melt down as you start to feel completely relaxed and present. Notice the parts of the body that are touching the mat or the cushion or block. Let your body ground down into the earth. Notice the weight of the backs of the hands on the knees or thighs. As you breathe in, imagine a string is pulling you up tall through the top of the head. Draw your mind back to your drishti, and as you exhale, let go. So our focus for this class is to keep drawing your mind back to this drishti. We want to work on feeling present and in the moment, so that anything that's happening around us, anything that we might be worried about, anything that might be bringing us sadness at the minute, is just leaving the body with every breath. Let's take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, gently blink the eyes open as you roll the shoulders back. And then release. Let's start with side stretches. Inhale, left hand rises up. Exhale, come back through. So breathe in and rise. Breathe out and release. Inhale to stretch. Exhale, let go. Flowing in time with your breath. That's it. So don't be afraid to be slightly out of sync with me. It's whatever feels good for you and your body as we just start to wake it up. And let go. Let's do 2 more on each side. Keep the heart lifted to the sky. And release. As you stretch over, make sure that knee doesn't rise up on the opposite side. The bend is just coming from the body. That's it, last one, all the way up and over. And then release. Same now with 2 hands. Inhale, stretching up to the sky. As you exhale, flip the palms and relax the shoulders down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Breathe in and out. Good. 2 more rounds. You may feel comfortable to tilt the head up and back and then let go. See if you can drop the chin down to the chest. Breathe in and then breathe out. Give the shoulders some nice big shrugs. Well done. From here, keeping the hands on the thighs, keep the back straight, shoulders relaxed, drop the chin down to the chest. All the way up and back. So just go into wherever feels comfortable. And then back through, chin to chest. So we're just starting slowly. We're just doing nice simple moves just to wake the body up, and it's for you to check where you feel tension. So you might start to move and notice that actually you're not as tight where you thought you were, and actually somewhere else is where you feel the tension. We're going to go now side to side, bring your left ear to the shoulder so the body stays completely still as you come back through neutral, up and over to the opposite side. And then back through. feeling completely calm and relaxed. If your mind starts to wander, if thoughts pop up, make them into a little cloud and blow them away with the breath. So we're just visualising, clearing the mind. Let's go all the way up and over one more time. And then back through to centre. From here, give the shoulders some nice big shrugs. Let's stretch the left hand up to the sky, bend at the elbow. Grab hold of it with the opposite hand and draw it in. So our heads are nice and neutral. We're not coming forwards, the arms up next to the ear. Take a breath and then gently bend. Well done. Come back through centre and then release. Opposite side. Right arm reaches up, bend at the elbow. Drawing it in as you inhale, spine's long. As you exhale, gently bend. And just feel that nice opening down the side of the body. Making sure the knee doesn't rise up. And then come back through and then release. Let's give the shoulders some nice big shrugs. From here, if you are on a block or a cushion, move it to the side. Make sure the bony bits of your bum are pressed into the mat. They're your sitting bones. Any fleshy bits of legs or bum, move it out of the way. You want to feel really grounded into the floor. We're going to start to move in a circle. So as you do this, don't be afraid to be really flowy. As you come up, your heart is hugged by the shoulders, and as you swoop low, the chest reaches forwards. And just breathe nice and deeply. Again, we're just acknowledging how the body feels. And then we're going to take the opposite foot and take it in front. So we're just switching the legs round and go the opposite way in a circle. So you might notice a little bit of tightness in your hips or your lower back, maybe in your inner thighs. Just let your breath carry any of that tension away. Keep your mind nice and focused. And breathe. From here, we're going to come up through to seated with our feet in front. So we're going to do seated cat-cow. Sitting bones are pressed into the mat, hands come to the shins. Now you don't want your big toes to lift up, they stay grounded down. As you inhale, heart lifts up, shoulders roll back, spine is long. See if you can keep the shins parallel. And as you exhale, tuck the chin down to the chest. So inhale, lengthen through the spine, through to the top of the head. Heart lifts. As you exhale, tuck the chin under, shrugging the shoulders around the heart space. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last round, inhale, rise. Exhale, chin comes through to the chest. And then come all the way back up. From here, giving the shoulders some shrugs. We're going to come into a twist. So extend that left leg out, toes are flexed back towards the shin. Right hand to the side. As you inhale, stretch up through the left fingertips. As you exhale, tuck the elbow or grab the knee. You can bring this foot closer to the body. Inhale, lengthen through the top of the head. As you exhale, we're going to twist and look over that back shoulder. Try not to lean too much on the hand that's behind. Keeping that opposite leg active. So breathe in and you lengthen, breathe out. See if you can press that hand or elbow into the opposite thigh. Keep the eyes looking in the direction you want to go. Take a breath. And as you exhale now, come all the way through. We're going to do the opposite side. So from here, right leg extends, left knee bends. Drawing it in as close as feels comfortable to the body. Left hand to the side. As you inhale, stretch through to the fingertips. As you exhale, tuck the elbow or grab the knee. As you breathe in now, let's lengthen through to the top of the head. And as you exhale, draw your belly button in first and twist. Keep the heart lifted, keep looking over the shoulder. If you start to let the mind wander, keep drawing it back to your drishti. Inhale, lengthening the spine, exhale to twist. Let's take 1 more breath. And then gently unwind and come back. From here we're going to extend both legs out. So you don't want your toes to be opening out, they're pointing towards the sky, and the legs are flexed as if you are tensing the muscles. We're going to grab hold of your strap or your belt, whatever you are using, and just hook it over the base of the toes. So if you already know that you have this in your practice without the strap, you're welcome to do that variation. From here, the sitting bones are pressed into the floor. As you inhale, we're going to lengthen through the spine, shoulders are relaxed. As you exhale, we're going to gently forward fold. And as you do that, you're going to feel that in the backs of the legs, which is what we're aiming to get into in today's practice. So what you don't want to happen, which I see a lot, is people think it's about getting your head all the way down and then the spine starts to arch. Your spine should be as straight as possible. So we're going to do that by lengthening through the top of the head. And as you exhale, as if you're folding in two. Keep the gaze towards the big toes. You may find you can shorten the strap. With every inhale, your spine is long. With every exhale, see if you can fold a little deeper. If it feels intense, back off. Let's close the eyes for a moment. Let's work into this pose. As you breathe in, imagine that you are directing air into that part of the body where you feel the stretch. And as you breathe out, imagine that the breath is carrying away any of that tightness. Normally, I wouldn't usually feel this stretch, but as I've just had a baby and not moved half as much, I'm definitely feeling this today. So just go to wherever it feels like you feel the sensation, but you're not in pain. Take a deep breath. Release on an exhale. And then nice and gently, let's release. Walk the hands back as you come back through to seated and then roll the shoulders back. So we're going to get into the backs of the legs a little bit more by coming onto our back. So keeping your strap or a belt, whatever you're using, close by, we're going to roll down nice and flat. And then once you are there, make sure that your spine is as flat to the floor as possible. The left foot's going to stay stamped down. We're going to take the strap or belt, whatever you're using, and hook it over the base of the right toes. So you don't want it to be halfway down the foot. It is just underneath the toes, so that as you draw it down, the heel lifts towards the ceiling and the toes come down towards the face. So if your foot was going to touch the ceiling, the heel would touch first. From here, try to roll that right shoulder back. Try to press up through the heel, and rather than pulling the strap towards the floor, you are lifting the toes towards the face. Stay here, or if you want a deeper stretch, we're going to extend that left leg out, making sure the toes are flexed. So the toes are coming back towards the shin. Breathe nice and deeply. So if you've been making use of your exercise, your walk or your cycling, you may find that your legs are a little bit tight. If you've been doing Joe Wicks, you may find you've got tight legs. This is really good, and this is a stretch you can do. You don't have to do it as part of a dedicated yoga practice. It can just be something you do for a couple of minutes at the beginning of the day or after you've exercised. And breathe. As you inhale, let's press air into the back of the leg, and as you exhale, release. Just try to bring those toes closer to the face. If you find your legs shaking, don't worry, that's completely normal. Try to make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck or the jaw. Let's take one more breath together. And then gently draw that knee in and just give that foot a stretch. So go around one way and then the opposite way. And then we're going to switch. So right foot stamps down to start. Bell toe strap goes over the base of the toes of the left foot. So we're kicking up through the heel. This is a pose you can stay in for now. If that feels intense enough, stay here, making sure that your shoulder is rolled back into the floor. Kicking up through the heel. And making sure that rather than pulling the strap down, you are moving the toes towards the face. Keeping that knee drawing towards the centre. Shoulders roll flat and breathe. You may find you can shorten the strap, but we don't want to be in any pain, it's just a sensation. Pressing air into the back of the leg. If you want to deepen the stretch, extending that leg out. Breathe nice and deeply. If your mind's wandering, drawing it back to your drishti. Releasing tension with every exhale. Remember, if your leg's shaking, don't worry. And then gently release. Let's move the strap to the side for now. Hands come to the knees and just give each foot a good stretch in the toes. Go around one way and then the other. We're going to do some thread the needle legs. So keep your left foot stamped to the floor. Your right foot is going to hook over that left knee. And as you do that, you want to gently press the right thigh away from the body. This foot should be flexed, that's going to protect your knee. So flex is the opposite of your toes pointing. Shoulders roll into the floor. We're going to take the right hand, thread it between the thighs and grab hold of the back of the left thigh and draw it in. You want to ideally keep drawing it in towards the body, keeping that right foot flexed. You may be able to grab hold of the shin. That will allow you to pull it a little bit deeper. If you're watching and you're thinking there's no way I can get there, use your strap, hook it around the thigh and use that to pull in. So you may be here using that strap or belt to draw it in and breathe. Again, making sure the neck and shoulders are rolled flat into the mat. Soften the face, neck and jaw. So with every breath you're going deeper into the stretch. As you inhale, filling up with energy and light, and as you exhale, your breath is carrying away any tension. Let's take one more breath. And then gently release. Taking the left foot to the floor, right foot unhooks. Take the feet wide of the mat and just windscreen wiper them one way and then the other. Really good for your lower back. Just go to wherever feels good. And then we're going to switch. So this time right foot stamps into the mat. Left foot hooks over the right thigh. So you want to, if you look up, it creates like a figure 4 position. Left hand this time goes through. Choose your variation, either grabbing hold of the thigh, the shin, or using your strap to thread through and take hold. Shoulders roll flat into the mat. Keeping that left foot flexed. And it's completely normal to feel like you're tighter on one side, so I can feel it a lot more here on this side compared to the other. Relax the face, neck and jaw. Melting down into the mat as you exhale. See if you can draw in slightly closer to the body. So it might look different for you. You might be here, you might be using the strap. The more you practice yoga, the more flexibility you'll find, although that is not the main aim. The main aim is just appreciating the body and using yoga to cancel out any tightness or tension. Let's take one more breath together. As you exhale, releasing gently down, unhook the foot and then go one way and then the other. That's it. And then release. From here, let's pull both knees into the chest. Take the hands behind the thighs and then we're going to rock forwards and backwards. So trying to do this with control. Again, this might look different for you. Everybody's body is different. It's whatever feels good. So if you don't want to go as intense into it, that's fine. Or you may want to have a go at rocking all the way through to standing without touching the floor with the hands and come all the way up. Once we are standing up, we're going to bring our hands to the hips, knees soft, and then we're going to go around in a hip circles. So taking the hips towards each corner of the mat. Keeping the big toes pressed into the floor, the knees are soft, go around one way and then go the opposite way. And then find stillness. From here, let's take the thumb inside the hands as you inhale. Doing some nice big circles as you open the shoulders. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out and lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in and out. Last round, inhale. Exhale, hands stick to the thighs. Take one hand up and over. Feel a nice stretch down the side of the body. And then come back through opposite side. Breathe in. And then breathe out. We're going to move into some half salutation. So breathe in, stretch through to the fingertips, stretch up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come back to the heart. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Press the hands to the shins. Half lift and then exhale, lower. Rise up on an inhale. Hands draw back to the heart. Let's do 2 more rounds. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, lower. Rise up. Hands draw back to the heart. Last round. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, rise up on an in-breath. And then hands draw back to the heart. From here, turn the toes out. Scoop the hands up and over. We're going to come down into a nice low squat. So you may get to here and feel comfortable. You may be able to come all the way down, sinking into the hips. From here, take a breath. And then we're going to walk forward. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. You can either walk your hands forward straight into a downward dog, or you can drop the knees first from table and then tuck the toes and then press into downward dog. Once you are there, we are deeply bending one knee and then the other. Pressing down through the base of the index finger and thumb. Once you've checked that, gaze into that gap between the ankles, nice and gently. So do not feel like you have to be still in downward dog. You really want to get into the backs of the legs. So as you bend one knee, send the opposite heel to the floor. And breathe. Let your exhales carry away any worries, any tension or tiredness. Have a go at deeply bending both knees. Maybe swaying the hips side to side. And then slowly find stillness. From here, we're going to walk the hands to the back of the mat. Once you are there, uncurl the spine as slowly as you can, grounding through the feet. Really exaggerate the heart lifting up and the shoulders rolling back. And breathe. Well done. From here, now if you've got a block, you're welcome to use it. Maybe you've got another kind of prop that you're using. I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to take it in front. If you've been to my classes and you know you don't use a block or you've got your own variation, that's completely fine. Your feet need to be hip width apart, so your hips are not this wide. Your hips are directly underneath. So find that perfect space that feels comfortable for you in your body. Making sure your big toes are pressed down and that bottom rib is tucked under. As you inhale now, we're going to stretch up to the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to forward fold. So folding from the hips and bring the hands to your prop or to the floor. It's whatever feels best for you in your body. So what we don't want to happen is the legs to be locked out. The knees should be soft. And as you exhale, just like when we forward folded in a seated position, you are gazing not towards your knees, we're gazing down towards the floor for now as you lengthen the spine. Send the bum and the sitting bones up. Knees are still soft, so they're not locked out, they're soft. Hands can be on the block instead. You may want to lower it down. And then on an inhale, we're going to half lift so the heart reaches forwards. And as you exhale, let's see if we can fold a little deeper. And breathe. Now again, if this feels too intense in the backs of your legs, just back off. Go to wherever feels best for you and your body. Let the head completely dangle. And then nice and gently, we're going to take the right hand either to the floor or to the block or your prop. And we're going to lengthen again, but the left hand now is on the hip. From here, we're going to start to bend the right knee deeper. So whichever hand's forward, the same knee's bending. As you do that, you'll start to feel it more intensely in the back of this leg. So with every inhale, you are lengthening through the spine. As you exhale, let's see if you can twist the chest to the sky. And breathe. So it should feel like quite an intense stretch here. You don't want to feel pain. If you do, then back off. Gaze either up to the sky or down to the floor. Heart is lifted. And breathe. It's an option now to lift that top hand. You could also flip the palm, tuck it behind the back and roll the chest to the sky if you want to. Take a breath. And then gently let's release. Coming all the way back through. Hands to the floor or your prop and pedal the knees. And breathe. Let's switch sides now. So opposite hand down, the same hand, same knee, bend. So I'm on my left side now. As I inhale, my spine lengthens. As I exhale, I'm going to start to gently bend that knee more as I roll the shoulder to the sky. Staying here or extending the hand up. Again, feeling it in the back of the straight leg. Into the glutes, take a breath. Stay here or flipping that palm, tucking it behind the back and using it to press the heart open to the sky. If your mind starts to wander, keep drawing it back to your drishti. Keep coming back to your focus. Remember, as you exhale, the breath is carrying away any tension. Nice and gently release that hand. And then draw the hand down. Again, let's just gently pedal the knees out. That should feel quite nice, hopefully. And then we're going to move the block to the side. Let's take hold of each elbow with the opposite hand and let the head dangle. Sway side to side. And breathe. And then gently release the hands. And again, just uncurling as slowly as you can. Heart lifts up. Shoulders roll back. From here, step the right foot forward. Turn the left foot to the side. Let's come into warrior two. So bending that front knee so it comes above the ankle. And turning the back foot so it's parallel to the back of the leg. Back of the mat, sorry. Heart lift, shoulders relax. So your body should be facing this way. Your arms stretch out and then it's your head that turns to look over the front hand. Glance down, check you can see your front big toe. If not, your knees knocking in, so open it wider. As you inhale now, stretch to the sky. Straightening that front leg but not locking it. As you exhale, lower. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out and lower down. Inhale to stretch. Exhale, lower. Two more, breathe in. And then out. Last round, inhale. Exhale, lower. Checking you can see that front big toe. Arms are nice and equal, fingers are strong, pulling in the opposite directions. Flip the palm, tilt to the sky. And then coming all the way through. Bringing this hand down to the inside of the foot. You can also use your prop if you prefer. Heart stays lifted to the sky. Stay here or extending the hand up. If you know that you can bind fully, you're welcome to do that. Flipping the top palm, tucking it behind the back, shoulder rolls to the sky. So if you're wobbly, keep the gaze down. If you feel confident, gaze lifts. take a breath. And then come all the way back out. As you exhale, we're going to wind the hands down. And then we're going to turn the back foot. So if you are wobbly now, step that back foot in slightly. So the left toes are pointing towards the top left corner of the mat. And then we're going to lift and come through. From here, let's bend that front knee, hands come to the hips. So the knee is directly above the front ankle. And then we're going to lift the back heel. So we're lifting it, we're activating this leg, and we're drawing the heel down. Heart stays lifted, and breathe. From here, inhale, stretch both hands up to the sky. And then exhale and release. Let's turn both feet so they're all facing the same way. Feet are parallel. As you inhale, stretch up to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold from the hips. So hands either to the floor or to your block, whatever feels most comfortable. Inhale, half lift, heart reaches forwards. As you exhale, keeping the knees soft, head sinks low. And breathe. So you want to feel this in your inner thighs. You want to make sure that you're not locking the knees out. If you feel it in the knees and we're not doing it correctly, gripping the floor through the feet. With every exhale, forward fold. If you can take hold of your big toes, wrapping your fingers around them now. First two fingers like rabbit ears. Let your elbows bend out to the sides as the head sinks low. And breathe. Take one more breath. And then wherever the hands are, let's release and bring them to the hips. And as you inhale, rise all the way up. Walk the feet in. Come through so that they are hip distance again. Knees soft. And then let's go around in those hip circles. So as if you're taking the hips to each corner of the mat. Each time we do this, just checking in with your body. So hopefully the backs of your legs are feeling nice and open now. Or the opposite way. And then find stillness. Thumb inside the hands as you inhale, stretch. Exhale, lower. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Let's do two more. Breathe in and out. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, sticking the hands to the thighs. Take one hand up and over. And then switch. Opposite side. And then through into sun cells. Breathe in and out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands press to the shins, half lift. Exhale to lower, rise up, grounding to the feet. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do two more rounds. Breathe in and out. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to fold. Half lift. Hands press to the shins. Exhale, lower. Rise up on an inhale. Hands draw back to the heart. Last round. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in and fold. Hands press to the shins. Half lift. Exhale, lower. Rise up on an inhale. Hands draw back to the heart. From here, let's turn the toes out. Coming into our squat. So inhale, rise. As you exhale, go as low as feels good. So you may be here or you may be able to get nice and low. Heart lifts. Sink down into the floor through the feet. Ankles may be lifted. Take a breath. And then choose your option to get into downward dog. Either hands walk forwards or dropping into table first with the knees down and then pressing up. So don't feel like you have to get your heels to the floor, but you should hopefully notice a difference now in downward dog. So you may feel like, oh, actually, I can get my heels a little bit closer to the floor, or I feel less tightness in the backs of my legs. Gently sway the hips side to side. Bend the knees, just have a little experiment with the movement. Draw your mind back to your focus and your drishti. So allowing yourself to feel present and in the moment. As you notice how your body feels as you start to clear the mind. Take one more breath, find stillness. And then walk the hands to the back of the mat. Let's uncurl the spine really slowly. So like the arms and hands are heavy, heart lift, shoulders roll back. From here, step the left foot forward, turn the right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bending that front knee so it's above the ankle again. You can take your feet wider, but you don't want to be wobbly. Make sure that you press into the back edge of that back foot, arm stretch out, looking over the front hand. As you inhale now, rise up. As you exhale, lower. Breathe in and out. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lower. Breathe in and out. Last round, inhale. Exhale, looking over the front hand, flip it, and let's tilt to the sky. Coming back through now. This front hand extends down or use your prop. Top hand can stay on the hip as you roll the shoulder up or extend up. Looking up gently. Keep pressing through this back foot as well, so don't dump all your weight into the front leg. An option to go to full bind or flip the palm, tuck it behind the back for a half bind, shoulder rolls to the sky. Again, if you're wobbly, keep the gaze down, take a breath. And then nice and gently release. Windmill this hand down, bring it either side of the front foot and then turn the back foot. So if you're wobbly, bring it in slightly, let's drop that heel. See if you can maybe fold onto that front thigh. And then nice and gently, we're going to come through to standing. So if you're wobbly, everyone has a wobbly side, this is mine at the minute. Mine tends to vary. From here, let's bring the front knee above the ankle, turning the toes so they're facing forward and draw the heel back. So my heel isn't touching the floor, it's just drawing back. I'm squeezing and activating the muscles in both legs. From here, as you inhale, arms stretch up, grounding down through the feet. So as if your feet are pulling in opposite directions on the mat. Take a breath. And then gently release. From here, turning your toes so they're all facing the same way. Back into that forward fold. This time as you inhale, we're going to stretch the hands to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Hands either to a prop or to the ground. Keep one hand down, stretch your other hand up nice and high. If you want to, flip the palm, tuck it behind the back and roll the chest open. It's just an option though, you can keep the hand up, take a breath. And then gently release, switch sides. Try to make sure those knees don't lock out, keeping both feet equally pressed down into the mat. Flipping the palm as an option. And then rolling the shoulder up and take a breath. And then gently release. Drawing the hands all the way down, both hands come to the hips. And then rise up, walking the feet in. From here back to those hip circles, we're going to do one last round. So go one way and then go the opposite way. So notice how your body feels now compared to the first lot that we did at the beginning. Hopefully you feel a little bit more open and relaxed. And then find stillness. Thumb inside the hands, inhale, heart lift, exhale, lower. Breathe in and out. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, let's do two more. And release. Last round, breathe in and out. Stick the hands to the thighs, take one hand up and over. And then back through. And then sun cells. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, heart lift. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower, rise up, inhale. Hands draw back to the heart. Two more, breathe in and out. Inhale, keep your mind focused on the breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower, rise up on an in-breath. Hands draw back to the heart. Last round, inhale. exhale. Breathe in and out. Half lift and release. Rise up, inhale, hands draw back to the heart. Into that squat, toes turn out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, press the palms together. Come nice and low. Take a breath. Moving through to downward dog. Hands press into the floor again. Just pedaling the knees and using this position to notice how your body feels. So the more yoga you do, eventually this will end up as a resting pose. Even though it may not feel like it now. Let your breath carry away any tension or tiredness. That's it. Your drishti is just the space between the ankles. If it helps, you can close the eyes and then gently release. Let's walk the hands back and then uncurl the spine as slowly as you can. Heart lifts up, shoulders roll back and breathe. From here, we're going to do the stretch that we did right at the beginning, just so that hopefully you can notice a little bit of a difference, and then hopefully feel a little bit of a benefit from doing this class. So feet hip width apart again, knees soft, heart lifts as you inhale, hands stretch to the sky. As you exhale, let's fold from the hips. Hands can come to the block or directly to the floor. From here, half lift, lengthen. As you exhale, let's forward fold. So don't feel tempted to arch the spine. The spine is long. As you exhale, you are folding your body on top of the thighs. From here, keeping the left hand down, right hand to the hip. Start to bend the left knee. As you inhale, spine lengthens. Feeling this down the back of the right leg. An option to roll the shoulders to the sky and extend that hand up. If you want to go a little bit deeper, flipping the palm, tucking it behind the back. Shoulder rolls to the sky. And breathe. Remember, as you inhale, you are directing air to that part of the body that's feeling the stretch. As you exhale, the breath is carrying away any tension and then gently release. Drawing the arm back through and then switch. Inhale, lengthen. So the hand that's down, the same knee bends as you roll the shoulder to the sky. Check you're not locking the knee out, it's still soft. Staying here or extending the hand up. Flipping the palm as an option. Gaze to the sky or directly ahead or down to the floor. Check you're not locking this opposite elbow down. So your heart's still lifted, chest rolls to the sky. Take a breath. And then with control, let's release. Coming all the way back through. Grabbing hold of your elbows with the opposite hands. Gently sway side to side. Moving the block or prop to the side now. And uncurl the back as slowly as you can. Roll the shoulders back. And then release. From here we're going to come onto our back. Once you are on your back, we're going to finish with a happy baby. Just because I know it's so many people's favourites. And it's nice to just remind people that just a simple stretch that's quite fun to do can actually be so beneficial. So take your feet up to the sky. If you've got any children, they love doing this as well. Feet go to the sky, flat to the feet to the ceiling. Hold the backs of the thighs, the ankles or the inside of the feet. And then gently rock side to side. Just make sure nothing's in your way. So your head's completely relaxed. You don't want to be lifting it up. You are massaging your back. Draw your mind back to your drishti if you want to close your eyes. If you find yourself wobbling, don't worry. You may want to have a go straightening one leg out as you rock to the opposite side. And then the other. And then let's slowly release. Hold for a moment in a child's pose. Sorry, in a happy baby. And then nice and gently use the hands on the outside of the knees to draw them into your chest. Wrap your hands around the shins, lift your head. So you're in a tiny bowl, give yourself a huge hug. Well done, rock side to side, and then stretch your legs out. So now is the time for shavasana. If you want to get comfortable or put on an extra layers, now is your chance. I'm not going to stay in shavasana because baby Francis will be awake and be back from a walk any minute. So I'm going to talk you out of it, but you're welcome to pause the video now if you want to, and then have a little bit longer. It's whatever feels best for you and your body. When you're ready, palms traditionally face up, shoulders are rolled flat into the mat. Make sure your back is as flat to the floor as possible. Point the toes. Squeeze the muscles in the legs and the bum and hold as tightly as you can. This little sequence is good if you struggle to get to sleep at night or if you wake up in the night. And then gently release. Just helps to settle the body. Palms tighten into fists and squeeze and hold as tightly as possible. And then release. Scrunch up all the muscles in the face. And then let go. Blow the cheeks up like balloons. Press air into all the spaces around the lips. And then release. Relax the heels and the backs of the knees. Relax the shoulders and the back of the hands. Let the back of the head feel heavy as it melts down into the ground. On your next inhale, take a deep breath into the chest. Exhale out of the mouth and let go. This time breathe into your tummy. And then exhale out of the mouth and release. Draw your mind back to your drishti, to that space between your eyebrows. Notice your body naturally falling into a rhythm of the breath. Imagining any thoughts as little clouds that are being blown away with each exhale. As your drishti is a sun or a light in the distance. Releasing any tension as you exhale. If you want to stay in shavasana, stay in here now. Or nice and slowly roll into your right hand side, making a pillow with your arm or with your hands, and then coming through to a seated position. Once you are there, rubbing the palms together, making the hands nice and warm, and then taking them to the cheeks, massage, and the forehead. The temples and the eyebrows. If you want to stay in shavasana, stay in there now. Massage the chin, the back of the neck and the shoulders. Keeping your mind focused on your drishti and the breath. Work the hands up towards the hairline, palms draw back and release. And then gently tap the fingers over the face, over the chest and shoulders. Cup the hands over the eyes. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to blink the eyes open, make some gaps between the fingers. Take the hands down and give the shoulders some nice big shrugs. We'll finish with one last breath together. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, hands press back towards the heart. Namaste. Thank you very much.